Imagine sending money as easily as firing off a text message. No processing delays, no waiting, just hitting send and the funds arrive. This is the daily reality in India. A system called UPI has effectively replaced physical cash, ATM withdrawals, and standard bank waiting periods with a single mobile scan. The Indian financial system code is an 11-character alphanumeric string used to identify a specific bank branch to route the transfer. Even if you got the details right, the transfer wasn't instant. Standard transactions often took hours or even multiple business days to clear through the legacy infrastructure. Because digital options were so slow, people relied almost entirely on physical currency for immediate, everyday purchases. This reliance on paper meant that small-scale commerce was effectively tethered to the speed of the physical economy, making microtransactions slow and inefficient. Let's look at a typical consumer named Rahul. He's navigating a busy street and realizes he has no physical cash in his pockets. He wants to buy a plate of pani puri for 50 rupees, roughly 60 US cents. In the old system, without cash, he wouldn't be eating. Today, Rahul simply opens an app, scans a printed QR code at the stall, and inputs a PIN. The transaction is finalized in exactly 3 seconds. That 3-second scan on a street corner is the front end of a massive, instantaneous data exchange between two entirely separate financial institutions. How does a simple camera scan trigger a secure, instant transfer of capital between two different banks? The system is run by the National Payments Corporation of India, or NPCI, a centralized digital highway connecting every bank. Within 3 seconds, Rahul's bank receives an NPCI request, verifies his PIN, and pushes funds directly through the highway into the vendor's account. By building this government-backed data highway, India enabled different banks to talk to each other instantly, solving a fragmentation problem that still delays payments in much of the West. This direct connection removes the need for third-party payment processors, who usually take a percentage cut of every sale. Traditional credit card networks often hold a merchant's funds for several days before clearing them. UPI settles the transaction in the vendor's account the moment the scan is complete. This lack of processing fees makes digital payments viable for even the smallest merchants, who can now accept digital money without losing a portion of their slim profit margins. Zoom out from a single 50 rupee purchase, and you see an entire national economy that now operates 24/7 without the friction of paper money. Because there are no fees, it is now efficient to transfer as little as a single rupee digitally. This setup allows millions of informal merchants to accept digital payments using nothing more than a printed piece of paper, bringing them into the formal banking system. This didn't just digitize banking for those who were already wealthy. It gave the informal street economy a direct link to modern digital finance. This infrastructure is now expanding internationally, with over 7 nations, including Singapore, the UAE, and France, now accepting UPI payments. An Indian traveler in Singapore can now pay for dinner using the same app they use at home. They can scan a QR code at the base of the Eiffel Tower and complete the purchase without needing an international credit card. In the background, the system instantly converts the Indian rupees into the local currency required by the merchant. This automation removes the high fees and manual processing traditionally required by foreign exchange, or forex markets. Forex is the global system for trading and converting one national currency into another. UPI has evolved into a mobile-first, globally connected network that operates without account numbers or specialized hardware. The QR code taped to a fruit stall connects directly to the same high-speed network used by the nation's largest banks. The system manages the complex movement of capital between institutions in the background, so the user only sees a 3-second confirmation